Hi, thank you very much, Kevin. So, first of all, I have a quick introduction. Today, we're gonna create a DAO on Moonbeam. XDAO is a platform where you can create your DAO, you can manage your DAO, and you can attract investments to your organization on blockchain. We have 30 blockchains that you can create your DAO on, but today we're going to concentrate on Moonbeam and investment DAOs that you can create there. And how would you attract investments? How would you attach shares to the shareholders? How would you add partners to your DAO? And what settings are there? So let's start our presentation. Just a sec. So we're live. So here we have our XDAO interface. First of all, when you enter XDAO, you will see our landing page where you can have the information on how to get started, what are different types of DAOs, and today we're gonna concentrate on investment DAOs, and some additional information that you can find in our blog and our channels like Discord and Telegram. So first of all, you gotta choose your network, and that is Moonbeam. Second of all, you can see some different folders here. First of all, we have ecosystem, that are DAOs that exist on Moonbeam on XDAO. And then we have a folder that says create a DAO. Creation of a DAO on XDAO is very easy. It takes only 5 minutes, even less. And we're going to start with creating the name. Today's demonstration DAO symbol, which is actually a GT symbol. And setting up partners is your address, your amount of GTs, and your share. So what does GT mean? Governance token is the token that has no value and is not tradable on market, but it represents your decision-making value in your organization. So for me, I have 1 GT and 100% voting power. If I would like to add a partner, for example, some other address, I would give my partner 1 GT as well, and then we both would have 50% voting power. But for this introduction, we will have only one partner, and the quorum will be 51%. Quorum is just as easy as it can be, is the percent of GTs that should be involved in the voting process in order to execute the transaction. So if we would like to send some money from a DAO to different address, we would create a voting, and then after the enough amount of participants sign it, it will be executed. So let's create our DAO. Creation of a DAO is quite an expensive transaction. For example, I don't have on this address, I don't have enough glamours, but we're creating a DAO from this address. So it's quite an expensive transaction, but it's absolutely worth it. So today it's going to cost us 0.4 glamour, and the transaction started. So that is the most expensive transaction that you can do on a platform. Further on is going to be cheaper. XDAO is an absolutely free platform. You can create your DAO, and the only thing that you would have to pay is gas fees, as well as for everything else. We don't have features that are that you should pay for at this moment. And we have a lot of features, as you will see in this demonstration. So we have our DAO. What do we have on the main page of our demonstration DAO? We have our address. So if you would like to send your assets to a DAO, you could send it just as well as you would send to any other wallet, just by making a transaction to this address. We're going to copy it now. Then we have an About Us section where you just where you can create your description just as well as you would do in any social media, as well as your avatar. Some on-chain statistics that you can check your DAO, its transactions in the Explorer, and just maybe some votings that you have attached in Snapshot. You can do all of that with XDAO, and you can connect it all to your DAO on our platform. We have a quorum, we have our members that are, I think it's the bank who's providing the information, so it may be loading, depends on the service, and the amount under management, amount of assets under management. So at this moment it's 0, as we have just a fresh DAO that was just created. So we see that we have nothing at our balance. I'm gonna start off by sending some Glamour to the DAO, just as well as I would do it with any other wallet. I see that it's a warning that I'm sending my assets to a smart contract, which is absolutely true. DAO is a smart contract. It's not a wallet, but you can use it as a multi-sig wallet, which is absolutely great. So why would it be a multi-sig wallet if we know if that is a smart contract? It can act as a multi-sig wallet because all the transactions that you create from your wallet can be created from DAO, but in order to execute it, you need to reach the quorum. As I previously said, quorum is the number of GT tokens that are used in the voting in the form of percentage. So we'll see how it works in practice. First of all, we're gonna check out the LP token section. So on XDAO platform, you have 2 types of token that you can create for your DAO. First token is absolutely mandatory GT token. It represents your voting power. First token is not mandatory. It's the token that represents financial interest in your organization. That means that if you would like to attract investments, the best way to do that would be creation of LP token, and your investors would have to buy it, and then they would have their share in your DAO. So in case they would like to leave, they would have to burn their share, and they will immediately get their tokens from your DAO, the share of their tokens that are held in your DAO to their account. So they will create LP today. We'll call it show token, and the only thing that you need is the name, and you will have your symbol automatically, but you can type it in if you would like. So as at the moment we have only 1 member at our DAO, just at the moment that I signed it, that meant that I reached the quorum because I have 1 signature, and that represents 100% of the voting power in our DAO. So I can activate the transaction immediately. If there were 2 GT token holders and both of us had 1 GT, that would require 1 more signature from the participants. So now I will activate the voting. And you see that is way cheaper than the DAO creation, but that is as well quite pricey. However, still, we've spent 0.6 Glamour, and we already have an organization with members and all the settings that are needed, and an LP token that will represent the financial interest in our organization. In order to create an investment DAO, that is almost everything that you need. All other features are just additional. If you have created both of those things, you can send the link to your investors and show them that you have LP token, and they can buy it right away, and you already have an investment DAO, and you can do all the things that you would like to do as a DAO just right away. So let's see what we have in an LP token tab now. We have our address, and we have our offers, as well as Launchpad. So step by step. Public offer is the public price for your LP. Anyone can visit your DAO page and buy your LPs by the price that you state when you create a public offer. Private offer is when you offer to buy your LPs for a special price. For example, you have a share that you have a special agreement with someone, and you will sell your tokens to that wallet holder for a special price. And we have an burn LP feature that allows investors to burn their LP and get their assets back in the proportion that they have their LP at the moment of the LP burning. So what if your DAO is raising funds and they need those funds at this moment, and some big investor comes and takes the part away? What would you do? That would be quite catastrophic for your DAO. For that situation, we have features that is called ability to mint LP and ability to burn LP. For example, you can disable ability to burn LP for quite some time, and that way no investor will be able to burn their LPs, for example, for a year. Then you will change your status and they will be able to come and take their share. The best way is to agree on those things prior to the active investments and any actions, and to have agreements with your investors. And as well, we have ability to mint LP. For example, you don't want your shares to you don't want your to attract any more investors, and that way you will not be able to mint any more LPs. The only way to for new investors to get your LP will be to buy them off from someone else who already has them. So also we have ability to add members and ability to remove members, which represents the ability to mint and burn GT tokens. GT tokens cannot be transferred. They are non-transferable tokens, and that means that the voting power can only be taken away from you by burning your GTs. We believe that way that is the fairest way to be a part of a DAO and to create that decentralized future. So what else do we have at our DAO page? We have our LP token sale, which is Launchpad. Launchpad is simpler crowdfunding. That is one of the best way to attract money. It has all the special settings in order to do it the best way you can. For example, you can set the rate, of course. It doesn't matter at the moment. I'm just going to show you some settings. It has time limit, so you can choose when your Launchpad will finish. It has you can choose to limit the sale amount. For example, you have an amount that you want to attract, and that is like $500,000, and you will attract this amount, and then your Launchpad will finish. And the whitelist. Each participant of whitelist can have their own allocation. That means if that participant would like to take part in the Launchpad, they will have to buy the exact amount that you've chosen for them. So what features do we have also for your investment DAOs? One of the best and one of the most important features is our Connect. Connect is the way to connect your DAO to any DeFi project there. That means that as you would do with your wallet, you can trade and you can attract, you can be a liquidity provider on any dApp there existing. For example, for Moonbeam, we have just some examples, so that would be easy to use for our users and for our DAO creators. In order to swap on SushiSwap, for example, you just have to go to the app, see how it works. Then you have to connect with Wallet Connect, copy to clipboard, enter the URL, choose your DAO, and now you're connected. It's just an info. The DAO cannot sign messages. But we can see here that our address is the same as our DAO address. That means that you can swap and be liquidity provider, and you can be trading DAO. Just a piece of information that can be useful for you creating your DAO on Moonbeam. That is the most amazing feature that we have at the moment, and I'm really proud of it. What else could you use when you're creating your DAO? We have special modules at the moment. There are 5 of those. I've already shown you Launchpad, but we have a very special modules that are existing at our platform at the moment. For example, you can pay salaries to your employees automatically. The only thing that you need to gather, the information that you need to gather is the recipient address, the start payroll date, if it's perpetual or not, if it's going to be lasting for quite some months, currency, and the amount for 30 days. And you're and you can just launch it, and your employees will get their receive their payments each second by the small amount of the small percentage of their whole salary, and they can mint it at any time that is comfortable for them. They have to pay gas for each transaction. That means that they can mint it every day and pay for gas every day, or they can mint it once a month. So they can decide which way is best for them, and you can never mind about it ever. We also have private exit, which is quite important for all types of DAOs. In case one of investors wants to burn their LP and exit from DAO with a private offer. One more important module that we have is dividends. You can distribute dividends to your GT or LP holders, or actually any token holders, and they will have their respective shares, all the shares that you sign them off. And we have document sign module, which allows you to sign your documents with your wallet. That means that each DAO member can sign it from our platform, and at the end you will have your copy of document in PDF signed by your wallets. So that is just an overall look at the features that we have at our platform. Now I'm just gonna get a closer look to what DAOs we have at our platform on Moonbeam, and what you can see if you visit any of those DAOs, if you want to get some inspiration. For example, we have Kiosk Career. We can see if we visit someone else's DAO. We can see their social media, so we can find more about the project. We can see their balance and all their transactions. DAOs or any blockchain app is transparent, which is the future of organizations and of the future of decentralization. It represents the most transparent way to manage an organization and to be a part of the future. You can see their public offer. You can go ahead and buy their LP for 1 wrapped glamour. You can see their private offers, as you can see now that they have 0 private offers. But if you would be one of the participants of their private offers, you can click the button and see all the options that you can buy: burn LP feature and private exit feature. They also have a launchpad, so we can view it, how it looks. They have a total sale amount. You can buy their LP. They don't have a whitelist, and they have the price, which is the same. Oh no, that is 1 LP equals 1 USDC. to DAO. You can see their votings, what decisions they made and what decisions they didn't make, everything that they've created since the origins of the DAO. You can see the members and check them out right here on our platform, the profile and what DAOs they're part of. You can also check out the features and see that all configurations are turned on. So you can be an investor and you can see that the ability to burn LP is on, and you can at any moment you can burn your LP tokens. So that is a overlook of the platform. Right now I would like to give a quick word before we continue. So XDAO is an amazing platform for your DAO creation and the network. At this moment, we have a big community where you can find your the people that you share common ground with, and you can start your organization right now. The great thing about DAOs is that you don't have to trust your other DAO members, as the only thing that holds you together are smart contracts. That means that you decide all the rules in advance, and then no one can break them, as they're set off by smart contracts. Each decision that you make as a DAO is made by voting. That means that if the decision was executed, it reached the voting. For example, you have 5 members at your DAO, 3 have voted yes, and then the transaction is executed. Thus, you have more space for creativity, because you don't have to be afraid of being lied to. That is the idea of the organization of the future. What is the great thing about DAOs is that they're quite safe. For example, your wallet is transparent, and anyone can see which transactions you made. However, if you are holding the assets of the whole company, that could be quite dangerous when one person has the access to all the assets while others don't. That means that if you all have access to your assets, and at the same time none of you actually has the access, because all of you need to vote in order for the transactions to be executed, that means that all of you have the power that you decide to. That is quite important for an organization, and we believe in the decentralized future, but we want you to start it off wisely and to make decisions wisely as well. You need to understand how our platform works. In order to do that, we have a program to educate you. And right now, I would like to show some information on how our platform is secured, and how it is to find some information if you're lost on our platform. So let's start. When you visit our platform, once again, we're here. You can click the button Need Help and go to our Academy. There you can find all the information that are our docs. We just call it Academy because it has all the useful information and even more. You have your tabs to find out what XDAO is and some terms. For example, if you forgot what quorum is or what GT token is, you can always find it here. Then we have the full guide for DAO creators on how to create your DAO, just in 3 steps. What is there on your DAO page, and how to manage your DAO. So, in order, if you're lost, you can always come visit it and see how it all done. How the voting process goes when there are more than one participant in your DAO, and further on. We have our architecture terms and all the information that you may need. For example, governance token, which is the most important thing when you start off a DAO, has the same address as your DAO because that is the same smart contract. As well as the LP token, which is standard ERC20 token, and that can be traded on DEXs. All that information that you may need in order to use our platform can be found here. Now, if you would like to know how, if that is secured, I would like to show you that we have two audits that was that we had just in the beginning as our smart contracts were created, and they are not upgradable. That means that they were outdated, and since then they weren't changed. We found absolutely no danger, and we were considered extremely secure project by two audits. First of all, pessimistic audit, and you can find all the information in our GitHub, and hacking audit. You can also find information in our GitHub. So further on, we have our XDAO appeal and bug report. You can always contact us, and we have our tech support 24/7. So we have, if you would like to visit it, I'm sending you links to XDAO app and to our docs in the comments. So I'm pretty sure that that is all about a platform. If you would like to visit it, I would be extremely happy, and we will see you among our DAO members. Right now, I will just have a couple of words about how you could use your DAO and what that could represent. For example, you're an investment DAO. That means that you're searching for new projects, and you have your DAO members. So you have, just as well as you have your GT tokens, you have your liquidity providing token. And all right. And in order to fulfill all your needs, all you have to do is read our docs and come to our platform. And we have all the examples that you may need in our Medium, in our articles. I'm waiting for you here. I think we have a couple of questions. I'm listening to you.
Amazing job, Polina. Very, very cool to see the Wallet Connect feature. Cool to see all the different integrations that you have, and showcasing that XDAO is very, very feature rich. There's so much that you can do with it.
Thank you.
So a quick follow-up question is, you showed how you can change the configuration of, can you add members? Can you remove them? Can you change those settings after the DAO has been created?
Absolutely. You saw that we had the little pencil next to it. You can not only you can change them, but you can actually freeze them forever. For example, you have investors who come and they want to have the assurance that they at any time they will be able to burn their share. So you can change it that is always burnable, and it will be frozen and no one will ever change it. But at the same time, you can leave it there and never freeze it, and you can change it at any time, just as well as ability to add and remove members.
Awesome. Great to hear. And can you remind us of the difference between the GT governance token and the LP token, and kind of what that would look like if you're starting up a new DAO? Like, how would the breakdown between the two work?
First of all, GT token is absolutely mandatory. LP token is optional. GT token represents voting power in your DAO. That is a non-transferable token that has no value and is not traded on DEXs. as it only represents your part of the DAO and the amount of voting power that you have. That means that in case there are any decision-making process there, that means that you have the percentage of the vote that you have in your DAO. That means that you can veto something or not. You have only 5% of GT, of whole GT amount that there are of your DAO, or you have 100%. That means the amount of your voting power. LP token represents investment interest in your DAO. That is close to shares of your company. That means that they're bought and they can be traded on DEXs, and they can be transferred to other people, and they can be and they have a value, and they can be traded as well, as I said. But the main importance is that they are a share of your DAO. In case someone wants to leave your DAO as an investor, he can burn your LP, and he will get his share in the tokens that are held in DAO. In all the assets that you have, he will get the appropriate share. For example, he owns 20% of LPs that are minted ever, and he wants to leave your DAO, he'll get 20% of the tokens that you have. For example, 20% of all your USDCs that you have in your DAO.
Amazing.
That is the main difference.
Very, very cool. So one of the things that I'm interested in with DAO organization is that discussion, right? So whether does that take place in Discord? Do you have an online forum? Is it public or private? And so for Moonbeam's governance, we are using a new forum called Discourse. And I was wondering if you had any thoughts on like how DAO discussion should take place, or when communicating, various issues, or kind of before it goes like to an on-chain vote.
Absolutely. We actually have we are working on the amazing module, which is called Telegram Bot. You can connect it to your Telegram chat, where you discuss all your decision-making processes, and you can create votings and cite them right from your chat. So that means you've discussed something, and at the same moment, you can create the voting on the topic that you've just been discussing. All the members will sign it who need to sign it, and then you can execute it right away. That way is actually very, very cool, because that happens all in the same place, and you can search for the votings that have been held, that had been in your DAO, and that is all in the same place. That's very convenient.
Oh, awesome. And is there a limit to how many owners you can have?
No, there is no limit. However, there is limit in the what will be shown on your DAO page. For example, we have a DAO that has 300 members. Crazy, right? But they're amazing and they're doing a great job. But in our interface, you will see only 100, because Covalent, for example, for the network that they have a DAO on, doesn't support more than 100 members in a DAO. So you will see that there is 100, but in reality, there are 300 people in the DAO.
Oh, that's awesome. That's a great explanation. Thank you so much. And I think lastly, I was really impressed with the liquid payroll feature. And, it reminded me of the Moonbeam crowd loan rewards, something where it accrues on a block by block basis, but you can claim it at any time. You can you could wait a month, or you could wait a week, or you could claim it, every day if you'd like. So just something that's really cool. And I totally agree. I think that will, change the landscape going forward for people getting paid. Absolutely.
We actually kind of use it, and some of our DAOs use it a lot, and even some of my friends use it just like as a regular payment. That's cool. That's really convenient for them.
That's very cool. And you shared a link, I think, to the docs, which I think we shared publicly. Yes, we did. Cool.
And there is a for XDAO app.
Oh, amazing. Yep, xdao.app. And do you have like a Twitter or like a Discord? What's the best place to stay in touch?
Discord and Twitter is the best options. Just a sec, I'll send it both to you. First of all, Discord. There is a lot of discussions at the moment in our Discord, as we have this amazing program where we teach our users how to create their DAO and manage them. And we have this learn to earn program, and they spend a lot of time deciding what are the best actions there and how to go through quests and everything else. And that is a very fun process for those who are there, but just help through that. We have 45,000 members at our Discord server, so it's busy there.
That's incredible. And is this quest program, is that available to everybody, or how do folks get involved in that?
That is absolutely available to everybody. At this moment, it's held on BNB chain, but that works the same on each network. And it has a great comics inside, which was created with artificial intelligence. And it has all the explanations that you need for LP token and GT token and how quorum and decision-making process works in DAO.
Oh, that's amazing. That's great to hear. And if you ever produce like video content, we'd love to integrate some of your content into Moon Builders Academy.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. We have some of the content in our YouTube. If you would like to get the link, I'll send it to you right now.
Yes, certainly.
But there's not much yet. It's all coming, and it's going to be there's going to be more soon. So just hold on with us.
For sure, we will. Ryan said we need a Zoombees DAO. Absolutely, Ryan, I would love to see that.
Oh yeah.
If anybody else has any more questions, we'll give it a minute or so, and then we'll wrap up.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Thank you so much, Polina. This was an amazing session. Thank you so much for joining.
It's been a great pleasure to join you.